Spider-Man Goes Mad. A startling mystery tale in the mighty Marvel tradition. Approved by the Comics Code Authority. The MMMS wants you. Another smashing offbeat thriller. For the great new breed of magazine reader for you. Spider-Man. The shocker you never expected to read. Another towering triumph from the House of Ideas. Spider-Man Goes Mad. Packed with more action, thrills, and surprise villains than you can shake a web at. Mighty script by Stan Lee. Powerful art by Steve Ditko, a lot of lettering by S. Rosen. Foswell would remember that Parker wasn't there during the robbery. Only Spider-Man was. He might suspect my real identity, can't afford to take the chance. After carefully destroying the negatives, the whole idea fizzles out, Peter's out of film, and he doesn't have enough dough to buy anymore. While he's in the neighborhood, he might as well drop by to see Betty and maybe get a lead on a photo scoop.
Although I'd better duck fast.
Good thing old Jonah didn't see him. He hates Peter hanging around if he hasn't got any pics for him.
Psst, Betty got a few minutes to talk to a fella.
Peter Parker, what on earth are you doing there?
Hiding from all Stoneface.
Oh, his bark is worse than his bite.
Peter scrambles lower as Mr. Foswell passes by, and then Betty reveals the letter is addressed to Ned Leeds, the reporter who's in Europe.
You dropped a letter, Betty. It's addressed to Ned Leeds, the reporter who's in Europe.
Better get down, Mr. Foswell is passing by.
Honestly, you look so silly down there.
Oh, now I know how the Three Stooges must feel.
Even now, she's still writing to him. Oh, you found my letter.
Couldn't help it, Betty. It fell right into my hand.
I didn't know you were still writing to Ned.
You see, he just wrote to me. And he said he was so lonely in Europe, being a stranger there and all that.
It sort of brought out the mother instinct in you, eh?
Peter, I never heard that tone in your voice before. Wait, you're not angry, are you?
Why should I be angry just cause my girl writes to some other fella? I've got to go now. Regards to your pen pal.
Consumed by a nagging jealousy, Peter Parker changes to Spider-Man and swings through the city, trying to shake the disappointment from his mind.
What's wrong with me? What do I care who Betty writes to? We're not engaged.
Then at last the mood passes, better get home before Aunt May returns. Maybe Foswell and Jonah will use the story of me nabbing those burglars.
I'll admit it's not much of a story, Mr. Jameson. Just a few punks caught by Spider-Man.
Maybe we could hoke it up a little. How about writing it as though Spider-Man is the villain? We can say he was brutal to those misguided crooks.
Spider-Man is the one who sent you to jail months ago, Foswell. How do you feel about him now?
I try not to think about him anymore.
Okay, Foswell, let one of the Sob sisters rewrite your story and put some schmaltz in it.
I'll bet he's one guy who hates that masked menace more than I do.
Say, that gives me a great idea for a new series. Instead of me always writing editorials against him, I'll print other people's opinions about why they all hate him.
The very next day, Jonah Jameson has reporters interviewing people all over town.
Now then, ma'am, if you'll just speak into the microphone, I'll get your answer down on tape. Why do you hate Spider-Man?
But I never said I do hate Spider-Man.
Look, do you want your name and picture in the paper, or don't you?
Well, give me a minute. I'll think of some reason.
And under the right kind of questioning, it isn't long before the Daily Bugle reporters have the answers Jameson wants.
If you ask me, he's too creepy looking in that mask and costume. Everyone knows he's a public menace. I say he should be put in jail for life. What honest man would prowl the city at night the way he does? If he ain't just a plain crook, why don't he tell everybody who he is? Answer me that. I say he's a coward. He fights and then runs away.
But in the vast sprawling metropolis, there is one who is ever loyal to Spider-Man.
Hey, one side, let me through. I want to talk to that crumb. Look, big mouth, my name's Flash Thompson and I'm captain of the Midtown High football team. I think Spidey's the greatest and you better print that. Well, I'll prove that I'm the one she's nuts about.
Hi, Flash. I was just looking for you. Sorry, Flash. I can't stop now. I have to run.
So she had time to talk to a nobody like you, but when I come along, why would anyone want to talk to you, bird brain?
It won't mean anything to beat him up now with no one looking, but someday with a crowd around. Poor Flash, if he ever found out he's wasting all that hatred on his web-slinging idol. Meanwhile, the first of Jameson's new anti-Spider-Man series hits the streets, and almost immediately becomes the talk of the town.
I never thought Spider-Man was so bad, but everybody else does. I guess I was wrong. He must be a menace if everyone says he is. Why isn't Spider-Man behind bars? We ought to get up a petition.
In Jameson's office, he's thrilled. People are starting to hate Spider-Man all over again, and this time it can't backfire against him.
Mr. Jameson, Dr. Ludwig Reinhardt, is here to see you.
Show him in, I'll see anybody today. Tra-la-dee-da, I'm here on vacation from Europe. As a psychiatrist, I'm very interested in Spider-Man.
He is a very, very sick man. He lives in a fantasy world, wants to be a spider, and will soon suffer a severe breakdown. It sounds very logical, but how can you be so sure? If you're interested, I'd be happy to provide proof of my theory. This case interests me greatly. I have much data I can show you.
Excellent, come back tonight at 8. I'll be waiting to see your proof, doctor. Then as soon as the psychiatrist has departed, get me the press room. Prepare for an extra, an interview with a famous doctor who can prove Spider-Man is a nut.
They shouldn't print all that alarming crime news for young, impressionable boys and girls to read. If you ask me, that horrible Spider-Man should be put in prison, just like any other menace to society. Yes, Peter, the article is true. It seems this doctor, Ludwig Reinhardt, is a famous European psychiatrist who is an expert on cases like this. He is convinced Spider-Man will soon become a mental case. Peter, why don't you say something?
This is awful. What if I'm cracking up and I don't know it? I've got to find that doc, talk to him, make him realize he's wrong.
But just outside Pete's house, Liz wasn't home when I phoned, and now Parker is rushing off somewhere. I wonder if he's gonna meet her somewhere.
It is virtually impossible to trail someone who possesses a spider sense without being detected. Hence, Flash Thompson is following me. I've got to shake him. If I find out he's meeting Liz on the sly, I'll demolish him. My best bet is to take my spider beam from my belt holder and attach some webbing to it.
Now's my chance before Flash reaches the corner.
Hooking onto the ledge, the skillfully thrown spider beam sends a sharp, bright light cutting through the evening darkness.
Perfect, Flash can't miss it. Wowie, the Spider-Man signal. That means all Spidey himself must be nearby.
Caught by the dazzling signal, Flash Thompson forgets the speeding youth who slips away into the shadows.
That was easy enough, and now I've got to change clothes so I can really move. I should learn where to find Reinhardt at the Daily Bugle.
It's Dr. Reinhardt, Mr. Jameson. He'll be over later tonight with even more evidence that Spider-Man's sanity can't last much longer.
Good, good. I'll wait here all night for news like that.
But then, at that very instant...
What's that? Something's coming out of the wall. Dr. Octopus. But what's he doing here, and how did he get through a solid wall? I've no time to puzzle out questions now. He's attacking me.
He moves with an eerie silence like a jungle cat.
If I can just grab his artificial arms quickly and tangle them together, I'll... What? He's gone. Vanished right before my eyes.
But the teenage adventurer receives a new shock in the very next second.
Sandman, rising right up from beneath my feet. What kind of a fantastic trap have I blundered into?
There isn't even time to think or devise a plan of action. He's coming right at me, and he's as silent as Dr. Octopus was. Then Spider-Man lashes out with a powerful blow, using every ounce of his amazing spider strength.
But then Sandman vanished too. It isn't possible.
And yet it happened twice, right in front of him. Or did it really happen? What if that doctor is right? This could be the start of my crack up.
I've heard of things like this. It begins with hallucinations. The victim starts imagining things.
He has to get away, needs time to think, to clear his brain.
What if I am becoming schizoid? Maybe this double identity bit is finally getting to me. and with all my power, if I ever should lose my marbles, I really would be a terrible menace to mankind.
But once again, before Spider-Man can fully marshal his frightening thoughts, another archenemy seems to materialize out of nowhere, the Vulture.
Is he really there, or I can't afford to take a chance? If he is real, I'm in deadly danger.
Peter can't go to Jameson now, and he can't afford to be near anyone.
What if it gets worse? What if I lose control completely? What if I can't tell what's real from what's imaginary? What if I start attacking innocent people, thinking they're dangerous criminals? I'd have to be locked up, put away. I've got to stop thinking about it. Maybe I just need some rest, a chance to clear my mind, a good night's sleep.
But by accident, the tormented youth glances toward the mirror and sees.
It's worse than I thought. I'm white as a ghost. I must be in a state of complete shock.
Peter, are you in, dear? I thought you might like some milk and a nice piece of cake.
I can still make it with my spider speed if I use the other door. I don't think she saw me, but I can't worry about that now. I need help, medical help, and I need it fast.
He ran out and left the door wide open behind him.
That just isn't like Peter.
She worries that something is troubling him and wishes he'd confide in her.
Why are most teenagers so reluctant to confide in those who love them?
Meanwhile, the web-slinger heads for Dr. Reinhardt's home address, unable to put it off any longer.
I've got to see him. I can't put it off any longer. He's got one of those new automatic door answering devices, but that door at the end of the hall just opened.
Then, peering inside the lit room, the costumed crusader gasps in alarm.
Oh no, not again.
Everything's upside down, but he's not standing on the ceiling. He'd know it if he were, or would he?
It's another hallucination. I can't stop imagining things. No, it's too late for help. I'm going. I've got to run. Got to get away, hide, before I lose my mind completely.
What is wrong? What has frightened you? Come back, you will be safe here.
I can't take the chance. I might turn on you, think you're someone else, attack you. I can't trust myself any longer.
But then, upon reaching the entrance hall again, the panicky crime fighter finds the fear closing in faster and faster.
Now I'm imagining that this is upside down too. The hallucinations are coming faster and faster. I can't control them. I must remain here. I don't dare run out into the street, among all those innocent people.
That's better, my friend. Come with me. I shall help you. Of course I won't. I want to examine you, learn what's troubling you. A case like yours will make medical history. Never before has a trained analyst probed the subconscious of a superpowered celebrity like you. But first, I must have your complete confidence. You must see that there is nothing to fear. Look around you. Everything is perfectly normal, is it not?
Yes, perhaps. It isn't hopeless.
Nothing is hopeless. Now come with me.
But now, we must turn our attention to the offices of the Daily Bugle once again, although only for a short time.
I wonder how much more overtime I'll have to put in tonight. I've got to, see you, Mr. Foswell. He looks upset.
It's about Ludwig Reinhardt. Contact the press room. Kill the new feature we're running about him. I'm going to see him myself.
Drat the luck. Now I'll have to stay here till Mr. Jameson returns. I can't leave his office deserted. I wonder where Peter is and what he's doing. Hope he's not still angry with me.
Meanwhile, it seems that Peter Parker is the subject of many thoughts.
If Parker and Liz are out together, I'll bump into M sooner or later, and when I do.
And then, as so often happens in life, the long arm of coincidence reaches out and...
Hey, Mr. Jameson, why don't you stop picking on Spider-Man in your paper? I'm president of his Forest Hills fan club, and I want to protest the policy of beat it, kid. If you've got a gripe, write me a letter. Why don't you go play in traffic?
And then, just when it seems that things simply can't get any more confusing.
I heard someone shout Spider-Man's name.
Flash, you fool, stay out of this.
There you are. If you're in trouble, Spidey, I'll help you. I've always dreamed of fighting at your side.
Everything's ruined. I've got to escape.
No, you don't, Reinhardt. You're not getting away till I find out what this is all about.
There are more of those hallucinations again, but somehow they look unreal now. They're not bothering me the way they did.
Hey, what's going on here? Let go of me, you teenage psychopath. Before I call your keeper, I'll trigger the control on my dummy hearing aid to create a diversion.
Suddenly regaining his confidence, the masked web spinner makes a flying tackle with the ease and precision of old. Then, yanking the psychiatrist's hair, he reveals the truth.
How could I have been so asleep at the switch? Why didn't I guess sooner? It's my old enemy, Mysterio, the master of mystic effects and startling illusions.
Minutes later,
What kind of place is this? Who's that? Wait, I recognize him.
He's all yours, Jameson. I got the whole story out of him, and he's just dying to tell you too.
From now on, we better pick our doctors a lot more carefully.
Nice try, Mysterio. Better luck next time, but not too much better.
I've wanted revenge on Spider-Man for years.
He's too strong to fight man-to-man, but I knew I could beat him if I made him lose confidence in himself, if I made him think he was cracking up.
I waited and waited. Then, when the Bugle started printing those interviews about him, I knew the time had come.
So I posed as a psychiatrist. It was simple to arrange the trick offices. I merely used duplicates.
I watched him from a safe distance, using my mechanical cat and bat, and my special moves of his former foes.
By the time he reached here, he was so agitated he'd believe anything. It was all perfect. It should not have failed. I only needed another few seconds. I was about to make him unmask. I'd have learned his true identity. I'd have defeated him forever, but he was saved at the last minute. Saved by you.
Oh, Petey, how about helping me with my science lessons now? Can you spare the time?
Sure, Liz, I guess so.
Well, how do you like that? She left me flat to go off with puny Parker. I've got a good mind to tell Flash Thompson about this. I think it's so sweet of you to offer to help me, Petey.
Yeesh, how I wish you wouldn't call me Petey.
Meanwhile, waiting patiently at Peter's home, we find Aunt May.
Peter, I was wondering where you were, if you were all right. I was so worried about you.
Hi, Aunt May. I just wanted to tell you I'll be over at Liz Allen's house for the next little while. I'm going to do some studying with her.
You look perfectly fine to me now, dear. But you mustn't give me such frights. After all, Peter, you're all I have left in the world.
Aw, gee, Aunt May, this is embarrassing. With Liz here, I'm sorry I rushed out that way before, honest. I promise I won't do it again.
Don't you worry about a thing. I'm just fine, okay.
I'm making progress at last. I finally have Petey all to myself for a while. He's so much more interesting than that empty-headed Flash. I'd rather be spending my time with Betty, but if she's gonna keep on writing to Ned Leeds behind my back, I'll show her. Gosh, I just remembered. I still haven't earned that extra money I wanted to give to Aunt May. Nothing conclusive has been settled. And yet, isn't that the way of life? We never know what surprises are around the corner, and neither does the youth called Spider-Man.